Goes it in, Mario! Wrexham gets six, it's Marius! At last he's got that first goal of the season!
Oh, I'm absolutely delighted.
So you want to keep professional. As there is the final whistle! The fans were on the bench. Wrexham win, and surely, as we wait for confirmation, we are up.
Wow, so on the back of my unexpectedly successful slow burner Wrexham video, obviously, it would be remiss of me, I should say, to not kind of do a follow-up, given, of course, Wrexham have now clinched promotion to League One. Congratulations to Rob McElhenney, Ryan Reynolds, Phil Parkinson, and Wrexham, and all the players, fans of Wrexham Football Club. A truly astonishing achievement. Look, people are going to say there are a lot of detractors. I mean, haters is a bit of a strong word. Particularly from fans of rival clubs to Wrexham. I think in the lower league, I think there's a bit of jealousy, tall poppy syndrome, but how can you not like this club? I mean, as someone from overseas, look, I know they've got a lot of attention. They, certainly the show has given them a financial advantage that a lot of other EFL clubs would be dreaming of. Your likes of your Doncaster Rovers, Walsall, Fleetwood Town, etc. But I think when you know the history of Wrexham, what the club's done, how much the town has, the city, I should say, has had to go through in the last 50 or so years. You can understand. You can't understand why people hate this. It's such a lovely story, and it's great. Look, obviously, I guess there's going to be, people are going to say that Wrexham's success has been down to the fact of it's money, the publicity, and all that. But to go from back-to-back promotions from non-league to League One, is still an amazing achievement. You look at Stockport, who are looking favourites to win League Two. I think they just missed out on the playoffs. I think they were in the playoffs. I have to look that up, but they it obviously needs a season. It just shows you that is still a big jump. And you also see Rots County, who went up as well. They sort of started well, and then they sort of disappeared this season, and their manager's now gone to Swansea. So it just shows you, I think you put that in context, it is still very hard to go from non-league to the EFL. There are some teams that have fallen from, League One. Look at Pompey, for example. They were in League Two for so long. They're on the verge of returning to the Championship, and it is a tough achievement. And I guess that's a nice segue. What's going to happen? Can Wrexham compete in League One next season? Obviously, that's the goal. Look, it's still a long way, but I imagine the planning's already, knowing the club, they're going to be, and the people involved there, League One's just going to be seen as another step. Look, I think the players they have already there, they have a couple of players there. I think Jacob Mendy, Elliot Lee, Paul Mullin, who are, good enough for League One, maybe, lower tier Championship. But there are obviously a lot of other aspects that need fixed. Certainly defending, quality, defense, may possibly strengthen goalkeeper, particularly, the keeper they have now is on loan from Arsenal. Is good. There's a good chance he'll probably return to Arsenal, maybe play for a different club. So they're going to have to look at that. But I think I would give Wrexham a really good shot at League One. Not necessarily automatic promotion, because it is a step up from League Two for a reason. But I think mid-table, I think League One's not actually much of a difference from League Two, to be honest. Particularly from the lower tiers. Look, you have your ex-Championship clubs, ex-Premier League clubs. This season you have Pompey, Derby County, Bolton. But those three are probably, Pompey and Derby are almost certainly going to go into the Championship. Bolton might very well join them if they can sail through the playoffs. Who's coming down from the Championship? I guess you got Sheffield Wednesday, Huddersfield, possibly. Rotherham. Yeah. So, but look, I mean, I get. I don't expect Wrexham to be competing with Wednesday and Rotherham and Huddersfield. But I think, if they can get into the top six, that would be a great, I think that would be a great start. Yeah, so League One, it's back to two. It's two teams going out automatically, and then 3 to 6 going into the playoffs. So a little bit tougher than League Two. But yeah, look, we'll have to see what happens. I think Phil Parkinson will almost certainly stay at the club. League One is pretty much his bread and butter, and he certainly deserves. That'd be great. It'll be absolutely insane to sack him right now, particularly. Look, there are always going to be some teething problems, and going from non-league to EFL. But I thought the club's done pretty well given the circumstances, and I guess it just so you see like some Manfield Town Crew, MK Dons, etc. And even Stockport to a certain extent have their peaks and their downforms, and it is a very competitive league. But Wrexham by and large certainly navigated those pretty well in its first. And you got to remember Wrexham haven't been in the league for a good 15 years, so a truly remarkable achievement. And I think they'll do pretty well in League One. And then the other thing, of course, you don't have to you won't have to worry about Carlisle, Fleetwood. Those sort of clubs. So this will be watch this space. It's obviously too early to speculate what happens. So, I anticipate you'll have your Paul Mullen, Elliot Lee, maybe James McLean, Stephen Fletcher there at the club. I think there'll be a couple more signings as obviously they'll have a bit more spending money to boost the start for League One. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to the off season. I think, Championship, Premier League, that's still a long, long way, I think, and that's a topic for another discussion. But I guess in the immediate future, I think League One, I'd tip them to do pretty well. Well, we shall have to see. Obviously, it's a long, long way off. And for now, it's just time to reflect, congratulate club on back-to-back promotions and, to enjoy the moment. So, what are your thoughts? Can Wrexham make it, 3 promotions in a row next season? Or, could this very well be the ceiling for the club? We shall see. If you like this video, feel free to like it and don't forget to subscribe.